Today on Eagle Nation News, Brenna Gibbons reports on how a classroom here at PHS has incorporated a new technology.
Grant Johnson and Cody Randall give us more information about a program at our school.
And finally, Madison Wells is in studio with some information on tonight's volleyball game.
Eagle Nation News starts right now.
Good afternoon, Prosper High School. Today is Wednesday, October 23rd. I'm Cameron Silva.
I'm McKinley Bounce.
And I'm Tyler Wyndham.
So last week we had information on a new disease spreading around the U.S., and we now have an update on the situation. McKinley?
Thank you, Cameron. The CDC has officially stated that there are now 155 possible cases of a polio-like disease called acute flaccid myelitis. They are now discovering that this syndrome is occurring in mostly children and just a handful of adults.
Friday is the last Eagle football home game where they will be playing against Plano West at 7 o'clock. Because this is the last home game, this means it is also the last game to be played at Eagle Stadium at Reynolds. As of now, the next home game will be played at the Eagle Stadium that is currently being built. In honor of the last home game, the theme for the student section is Whiteout.
Thank you, Tyler. Now we send it over to Brenna Gibbons, who shines the spotlight on a classroom at PHS that incorporates virtual reality.
I'm here in Ms. Barron's room, where the students are taking a closer look at all the stages of prenatal development. The students use a virtual reality system in order to see firsthand the stages of which a baby develops. Can you tell me a little bit about the whole experience you went through today?
We've been talking about what goes inside the stomach, like with the baby and everything, and how it progresses. And today we use like VR to actually look inside the stomach.
Each student has a different way of learning. For some, being involved helps to have a better understanding of the topic. What was your favorite part about the whole experience?
I think a lot of people are more virtual learners instead of just listening and being there. So I liked being able to see it because it gave me a much better idea of how it actually works.
Students and teachers both notice a difference between interactive learning and in-class lectures.
Just seeing and hearing their excitement that they would have, when and actually looking at the fetus and versus having just looking at the same pictures on the slides when, I've taught this lesson before and would show similar pictures in a PowerPoint, but it's just not the same as them being able to see it in, using virtual reality. They just seemed really excited, much more engaged.
For some students, it's easy to learn the concept when they can see it. I'm Brenna Gibbons reporting for Eagle Nation News, Prosper.
Thank you, Brenna. After this, Cody Randall digs up some information on a new program at PHS, Watchdogs.
It's spooky season, and the temperatures are rising back into the 70s and out of the lower temperatures. Today, the high will be 70 with a low of 52. If you're thinking about doing any fall festivities, such as taking family photos or picking out your pumpkin, I would always recommend bringing a jacket and making sure to bundle up. For Eagle Nation News, I'm Jackson Moss. Prosper. Back to you guys at the studio.
Just a quick little correction, today is not Wednesday, but actually Tuesday. Anyway, the new program Watchdogs is currently up and running in the school. Here with more on the new organization is Cody Randall.
Watchdogs is one of the nation's largest school-based, family, and community engagement organizations in the country. Since the program's founding in 1998, more than 6,500 schools across the country have launched a Watchdogs program of their own. Each school year, hundreds of thousands of fathers make an impact on millions of children by volunteering their time in local schools.
Well, it started with Dr. Watkins, wanting to, obviously there's a need to improve school safety. So he kind of approached that with Dr. Burdett, and then we talked and, decided to do the Watchdogs program because that's something that most people are familiar with. And so ours looks a little different than what it is at the elementary school. It's more focused on safety and security side of it. So, but we wanted something that people could connect with, and it wasn't something brand new.
Bringing the Watchdog Dads program into our school will definitely help support that mindset of safety first.
With the addition of Watchdog Dads to the high school, Mark Fine, NBC5 news anchor, volunteered to be our first Watchdog Dad at Prosper High School.
I've learned a lot. I've had 2 kids already go through high school. I've got a wife who's a teacher. Having that male presence on campus is important. Having people who can act as a mentor is hugely important. I hope that I can do something to improve the feeling of safety around the campus for the kids, and maybe me just being here can make a little bit of a difference for a kid in his life. That's the other thing they teach you with the Watchdog program, and again, I've had a lot of experience with it. We're fortunate as men that just showing up can make a difference.
Just understanding that there's an opportunity for not only students to connect with dads that's coming into the school, administrators we can get to connect and realize that, listen, it takes a collective effort to support all of our students, and just building a relationship. Our relationship is key.
Reporting for Eagle Nation News, I'm Cody Randall. Prosper.
Thank you, Cody. After this, Madison has more on girls volleyball.
Kim Lewis, lead designer for ABC's Extreme Home Makeover, is coming to PHS on November 5th. Please contact Mr. Jatan to participate in the junior ring ceremony. If you have not yet received your picture proofs or student IDs, please pick them up from Ms. Hamlin. Contact Ms. Rutherford to participate in a unique event during Red Ribbon Week. Collin College will be hosting a FAFSA night on October 25th from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. at their Frisco Campus Conference Center.
I'm so sorry we were having some technical difficulties, but now we send it over to Madison Wells with your Eagle Update. Thank you, McKinley. I'm Madison Wells with your Eagle Update. Tonight marks the last district game of the 2018 season for Prosper Volleyball. Volleyball is undefeated so far and will play Plano Senior tonight in hopes of keeping their winning streak. It is also senior night for the volleyball girls, so with the addition of tonight's home game, you can also come to celebrate their accomplishments throughout their years on the court. So make sure you make it out to the game tonight in order to cheer on your Prosper Lady Eagles in their last district game and to celebrate the seniors in the program. Another reminder, all teachers will be able to wear jeans tomorrow if they come to the game tonight. That's all I have for you today, so make sure you follow us on Twitter at Eagle Nation News and check out the website eaglenation.net to watch previous episodes. Back to you, McKinley. Thank you, Madison. And now for today's meeting schedule. Model United Nations meeting meets tomorrow during Eagle Time in the LGI. Now take a look at the rest of the meeting schedule.
Well, that's going to do it for our show today. For Eagle Nation News, I'm Tyler Winden.
I'm McKinley Bounce.
And I'm Cameron Silva. Live long and prosper.